In response to COVID-19, PSP is offering telefitness to Canadian Armed Forces members. By using social media platforms, the telefitness classes tailored to Canadian Armed Forces personnel become accessible to all. Prior to participating in this session and to make an informed decision on whether you should seek advice from a qualified exercise professional or healthcare provider, consult the Get Active questionnaire of the Canadian Society of Exercise Physiology and its reference document by clicking on the links below. By continuing this telefitness class, you understand that there is a possibility of physical injury and you agree that you do so voluntarily at your own risk. You also assume all risk of injury and agree to release the Canadian Armed Forces Morale and Welfare Services from any and all claims related to your participation in this telefitness class. Hi everybody, welcome to Flexibility and Mobility Fusion. My name is Katie Kennedy and I'm a fitness and sports instructor at CFB Petawawa. Today's class is a full body yin style yoga class, and to begin you'll need to grab your rolled up towel, blanket, or your yoga bolster, and we'll get started. So you guys can start by laying on your back, and we're going to start with our feet together and our legs out wide, and then you can bring your arms overhead kind of in the same shape as your legs, or you can bring them out to the side, whatever is most comfortable for you. And then you can play with moving your feet further away or closer to your body, just depending on what's available to your hips. And we're just going to spend the first few moments of the class just relaxing into this pose. Let your legs feel heavy and let them sink out to the sides. And just doing a slight engagement through your lower abs so that your low back isn't curving too much away from the ground. And just spending the first few moments connecting to your breath. Starting to slow that breath through the nose and exhaling through the nose as well. Maybe now you're going to inhale for a count of 4, holding at the top for a count of 2, and then exhaling for a count of 4, and holding at the bottom for a count of 2. Let your legs feel heavy and your knees falling closer to the floor as you sink deeper into the stretch. And then you can slowly start to bring your breath back to normal or however it wants to flow. You can spread your fingers out wide, maybe making circles with your wrists. And then as we inhale, you're going to interlace your fingers, put them behind your head, reach your arms out wide and your legs out long. Bringing your legs together, we're going to reach the body as long as you can. And as you exhale, let it go. Go again, interlace the fingers, legs together, stretch through the arms and the feet. Exhale, let it go. Go one more time. Inhale, long body. Exhale, let it go. We're going to draw both knees in towards the chest, and you can just hold onto the backs of your legs. And you can rock side to side, massaging out your lower back. And then coming back to stillness. We're going to grab onto the front of the right leg, and we're going to extend up the left leg towards the ceiling. Drawing the right knee in towards the chest, engaging the left leg. We're going to lower it down to the mat as slow as possible. Once it gets to the mat, just let it lay down. Keeping the toes pointing towards the ceiling, so we're still engaging those legs. Inhale here, and as you exhale, sink your right knee a little bit deeper in towards your body. And then we're going to make some circles with the right leg. Loosening up the hip on the right side. You can stop and go the other way with your circles. Good, and then coming back to stillness. Letting your head, neck, and shoulders relax on the mat. Then bending through the left leg, planting the left foot on the mat. We're going to bring the right ankle across the left leg. Inhale, and then as you exhale, drawing the left leg in towards you and holding here. Option to stay here. If you like, you can grab onto the back of the left leg or the front of the left leg, wherever you can go to relax your head, neck, and shoulders on the mat. And inhale, straighten that left leg. Exhale and bend it. Inhale to straighten. Exhale to bend. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Bend. Good. Releasing that left leg to the mat. You're going to put your arms out to the sides, walk your hips over towards the right, and cross your right leg all the way over. You're going to drop the hips to the left, and then you can look out over your right hand so that your right ear comes down to the floor. If having your legs crossed like this doesn't feel good for you, you can just stack your knees as well. Good, and then slowly bringing the legs back up to the center, undoing the twist. We'll recenter the hips. Bring both knees in towards your chest, rocking side to side if you'd like. And then grabbing onto the front of the left leg, we're gonna extend the right leg above the head, and then just slowly release that leg down to the mat. Toes are pointed towards the ceiling, engaging both legs. Then we're gonna start making some circles with that left leg. Good, and then you can switch sides. Coming back to stillness. Drawing that knee in towards the chest a little bit more. Head, neck, and shoulders are relaxed. Good, and then you can bring that right leg up, bend the right knee, plant the right foot on the mat, and we'll cross the left foot over the right knee. And then drawing the right knee in towards the chest. We're just gonna stay here just for a moment. Then we'll extend the right leg so it's straight. You can grab the back of the right leg if you like. And then exhale, bend the right knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Last one, inhale to lengthen. Exhale to bend. You're drawing that right leg in towards your chest, but you're also drawing your left knee out. So trying not to bring your left leg in. You want to keep it out while your right hip is drawing in. So hips are square. Good, you can release that leg, the right leg, back down to the mat, arms out to the side, wiggle your hips over to the left, and then cross your left leg over your right, knees drop to the right, and then your left ear comes down towards the mat. Again, if your legs don't feel good, cross like this, you can just stack your knees. Good, you can draw your legs back up, undo the twist, recentering your hips. Then you're gonna walk your toes so they're out just on the outer parts of your mat. Inhale here, and as you exhale, drop your knees to the left. Inhale, draw them back up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, up. Exhale to the left. And then just go through a few more on your own breath. Inhaling when your legs come up, exhaling, drop them to the side. Last one will be when you get to the left, we'll draw the legs back up to the center. Bring your both legs in towards your chest. And we're going to slowly start to rock up and down the length of the mat. Until you have enough momentum, you can rock forward so you come all the way into a tabletop position. So from here, hands are under shoulders, knees are under hips. We're gonna run through a couple of cat-cows. So starting here by rotating your hips under, rounding out through the back, one vertebrae at a time, pressing through the hands, shoulder blades to the ceiling, tuck your chin. Good, and then we're gonna start by unraveling the tailbone, sinking your stomach towards the floor, chest comes forward, chin comes up. Tuck the tailbone under, rounding through the back, shoulder blades to ceiling, chin tucks under. Tailbone falls to the floor, stomach sinks, chest forward, chin up. And you can work through a couple more on your own, exaggerating the movements as much as you can in both cat and cow. Moving with control and one vertebrae at a time. We'll go through one more cat-cow. Finishing in cow pose, coming back to a neutral spine. Left hand's gonna come towards the center. As we inhale, right arm's coming up. Stack the shoulders. Exhale, drop the right arm underneath the left. Thread the needle. Right ear comes down along with the right shoulder. Inhale, right arm comes up, stack the shoulders. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, right arm comes down. Recenter, so your right hand's in the center this time. Inhale, left arm up, stack the shoulders. Exhale, thread the needle on the left side. Inhale, left arm comes up, stack the shoulders. Exhale, thread it under. One more time. Inhale, left arm comes up. Exhale, plant the hand back down. Hands are shoulder width apart again. Knees are hip distance apart. Tuck your toes. Send your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Spending a couple of breaths in your first down dog. Maybe pedaling out the feet a little bit, swaying your hips side to side. Slowly making your movements as small as you can until you come back to stillness. Coming up to your tiptoes, walking your feet forward so they come between your hands. Inhale to a flat back, half lift. Exhale to a forward fold. Now in your forward fold, bend your knees as much as you need to so your torso can land on your thighs. Head, neck, and shoulders are heavy and relaxed. Then as slowly as possible, rounding out through the back, pressing through your feet, we're gonna stand up. And when you come up, inhale your arms overhead, looking towards your thumbs. Exhale, arms come down. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a half lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, stepping back to a plank. Inhale here, staying for your exhale. Inhale again, and as you exhale, we're gonna do a reverse push-up, lowering yourself all the way down to the mat with control. Untuck your toes. Inhale, slight back bend. Exhale, left ear comes to the mat. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, right ear comes down. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, neutral spine, tuck the toes, pressing yourself up to a plank, hips up and back, down dog. Looking towards your belly button. Spine and neck is long. Last inhale here, staying for your exhale. Bend the knees, walking the feet forward into a half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rounding out through the back, standing up. Arms come overhead, looking towards your fingertips. Exhale, arms come down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, stepping back to a plank. Inhale here, staying for your exhale. Inhale again, press the floor away. And as you exhale, tuck your elbows in, reverse push-up all the way to hover. Inhale, untuck your toes, pressing your arms up, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Spending 4 breaths here. Last inhale, staying for your exhale. Coming up to the balls of your feet, walking your feet forward into half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to stand, slow and controlled, looking towards your fingertips. Exhale, arms come down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, stepping back to a plank. Inhale here. Exhale, reverse push up to hover. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg comes up. Exhale, bend the knee, rounding out through the back, right knee to right elbow. Hold it here just for 1 breath. Inhale again, and as you exhale, plant it between the hands. Inhale, arms up, high lunge. So you're on the ball of your back foot. Legs are strong. Inhale to lengthen, stretch your hands up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bringing that left leg or left knee down to the mat into a low lunge. Inhale, reach your arms higher. Exhale, swan dive forward with the hands, framing your right foot. Good, sinking deeper into that right leg. Gonna inhale, bring the upper body up again. Hands come to the center of your chest, hands together. Inhale here, and as you exhale, we're gonna twist towards the right. Pressing your hands together. Option to stay here, or if you want, you can hook your left hand to the outer part of your right leg, pressing your left elbow into your right leg and opening the chest up. Inhale here, and as you exhale, undoing your twist, planting your hands back on the mat. Walking your left hand, so it's kind of just under your left shoulder. We're gonna inhale, right arm comes up, stacking the shoulders. So rather than trying to bring your right arm back, think about bringing your right shoulder back. So you're stacking those shoulders, and your arm is just an extension of your shoulder. Good, right arm comes down. We're going to press the right arm into the right leg. Holding here, and then we're gonna put our right hand down on the mat, rotating onto the blade of the right foot. Right hip comes open. We're bringing our upper body forward, but still engaging through that left leg, but feeling a deep stretch into the right hip. Right foot comes down to the mat. Right hand comes to the outer side of the right foot. Now we're framing the foot with our hands. We're gonna come up to our fingertips on both hands. We're gonna start to walk our hands backwards, shifting the weight into the left leg, coming into a runner's lunge. So now feeling the stretch up the back of the right leg. Toes pointed towards the ceiling on the right leg. Straightening that leg a little bit more every time you exhale. Walking forward again. Framing the right foot with your hands. Tucking the back toes. We're gonna drag that right leg back so we come into a plank. Inhale here, and as you exhale, reverse push up to hover. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. In this down dog, maybe noticing a difference in the right and the left leg. Maybe your right leg feels a little less tight or more mobile. Inhale, left leg comes up this time. And as you exhale, bending the left knee, bringing that right or that left knee forward, hovering here into a plank. Inhale, and as you exhale, plant that left leg down on the mat. Inhale, arms come up to a high lunge. Legs are strong and engaged. We're trying to focus on bringing that right hip forward, left hip comes back, and then engaging your lower abs so there's not as much as of a curve in your lower back. Upper body is stacked over your hips, legs are engaged. Inhale, reach higher. Exhale, bring that right knee down to the mat. We're in a low lunge. Inhale, reach higher. Exhale, hands come to the chest, palms together. Inhale here, and as you exhale, we're going to twist towards the left. And think about twisting from the ribs rather than from the upper body. The twist comes from the lower ribs. Option to hook your right elbow on your left knee, pressing the palms together, twisting open at the chest. Inhale here, and as you exhale, undoing the twist. Hands come down to frame the left leg. Right arm walks in, so it's underneath the right shoulder. We're gonna inhale, bring that left arm up. So we're stacking the shoulders. Again, the arm is an extension of the left shoulder. So if you can only go to here with your shoulder, that's okay. But think about opening up the chest, stacking the shoulders, and your left arm will follow what your left shoulder is doing. Option to look up at the left hand if you like. Inhale, reach a little higher, open up on that twist a little bit more. And as you exhale, bending the left arm, we're gonna press that left hand or that left arm against the inside of the left leg. Bringing the left hand down so it's inside the left foot. We're gonna rotate onto the blade of that left foot. Ankle is strong. Pressing the hips forward, feeling a deep stretch into the left hip. Sinking that left leg down to the mat a little bit more every time you exhale. Slowly rotating that foot back down to the mat. Left hand comes onto the outer part of the left leg, tenting up onto the fingertips. We're gonna walk the hands back, shifting our hips back to a runner's lunge. Toes come up on the left side. Feeling a deep stretch through the back side of your left leg now. Maybe working to straighten that left leg a little bit more, or maybe sinking deeper into the stretch with your hips. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, staying for your exhale. Then on your next inhale, we're gonna walk the hands forward, framing the left foot, planting the palms down, bringing up that right knee. We're gonna scrape the left foot back, and we're gonna flow to our downward facing dog. So inhale and plank, exhale to hover. Inhale, straighten the arms, tops of feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Up to the tiptoes, walking the feet forward. We're gonna come into half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rolling up to standing. Exhale, arms come down. Inhale, arms up. Look towards the fingertips, slight back bend at the top. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, stepping back to a plank. Inhale here, and as you exhale, to hover. Inhale, straighten the arms, coming to the tops of the feet, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg comes up. Exhale, bending the right knee, right heel comes to right glute. Inhale, we're gonna open the hips up so the hips are stacked. Try to distribute the weight evenly through your hands. Inhale here, and as you exhale, rotating the right hip down, right leg comes forward, stepping it between the hands. Back leg's gonna come to 90 degrees. We're gonna inhale, arms come up to warrior two. Inhale, flip the right palm so it's up towards the ceiling. Left arm can either come down the left leg or to the lower back. We're gonna scoop the right arm backwards, reaching it towards the back of the room. Sinking deep into that right leg. Take a big inhale here, and as we exhale, coming to warrior two. Inhale here, and as you exhale, right arm to right knee. Then we're gonna rotate that left arm so it's facing towards the front of the room. Inhale here, and as you exhale, back to warrior two. Arms are strong, looking out over your right fingertips. We're gonna rotate the right foot so the toes are facing the same way as your back foot. Inhale, upper body is long. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, chest high towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, hinging at the hips, coming into a fold. Arms can release down to the mat. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale to a fold. So engaging your lower abs, drawing them in so that you can sink deeper into that fold. Maybe practice walking your hands backwards and bringing the crown of your head towards the mat. Work on maybe shifting the weight more into your toes rather than into your heels. Walking the hands back out under the shoulders if they weren't there. Inhale, flat back. Exhale here. Hands come to hips. We're going to come back to standing. This time, we're going to interlace our fingers behind the back. Straightening the arms, chest kind of coming into your chin. Inhale, flat back. And as we exhale, we're going to fold, hinge at the hips. Arms towards the ceiling. Head is heavy. Shoulders and hands are reaching away from the body. You're releasing the hands, coming into a half lift. Exhale here. Hands to hips, standing back up. We're gonna reach the right toes back forward, coming into warrior two. Inhale, arms come forward. Exhale, plant the hands, stepping back to a plank. Inhale here, and as you exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg comes up. Exhale, bending the left knee, left heel towards the glute. And then we're gonna open up the left hips, sinking down into that right leg, redistributing your weight into both hands. Inhale here, and as you exhale, hips come back forward, knees, left knee to left elbow, stepping between the hands. Inhale, arms come up, back leg to 90 degrees, warrior two on the other side. Inhale, get long, and exhale, sink deep into that left leg. Flip the left palm up, right arm coming down the right leg or either to the low back, reaching that left arm back towards the back of the room. Inhale, and as we exhale, coming back to warrior two. Inhale, left arm comes down to the left leg, reaching your right arm towards the opposite side of the room. Trying not to dump all the weight into that left arm, so if you were to release that left arm off the leg, you would still be able to stay where you are. On your next exhale, coming back to warrior two, rotating the left toes this time towards the same way as your right toes. Hands come to hips. Inhale, make the body long. Exhale, hinge at the hips to a forward fold. Hands releasing down to the mat. Working into your fold here, so walking your hands towards your body. Top of the head is coming down towards the mat. Head is heavy. Engaging your lower abs so that you can sink deeper into that fold. Shifting the weight maybe so it's more into your toes rather than your heels. Good, walking the hands so they're back under the shoulders. Inhale, half lift. Exhale here. Hands come to hips, standing back up. This time we're going to interlace the fingers the awkward way, so the opposite way of which you did last time. So maybe your left thumb is on top this time. We're going to stretch the arms long. Inhale, chest comes into chin. Exhale, forward fold. Last breath, inhale, staying for your exhale. Release the hands down to the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale here. Inhale, hands come to hips, back to standing. Rotating the toes forward, arms come up. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, scraping that right foot back, flowing to downward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg comes up this time. Exhale, right heel to right glute. Shifting forward, bringing your right knee in towards your right elbow. We're going to plant that leg down onto the mat. Maybe wiggling your left leg backwards a bit. Option to stay here up on your hands, or you can come down to your elbows into pigeon. Sinking deeper into the stretch. Settling in, making any adjustments as you need. And slowly start to walk back up to your hands if you're not there. You're going to tuck your back toes, bring your right leg back. We're going to go right to downward dog. Inhale, left leg comes up. Exhale, bending the left knee, bringing the left leg forward to left elbow. Once it's there, planting it down. Wiggling your back foot back. Option to stay up on your hands. You can come down to your elbows, wherever's comfortable for you. Again, kind of settling into the stretch. And then slowly coming back up to your hands if you're not there. Tucking your back toes, sending your left leg back, going to downward facing dog. And then coming down to the knees, we're gonna shift the body so we're coming onto our backs. So rolling down, so you're on your back. We're just gonna walk the toes so they're out wide on the mat, just like at the beginning of class. We're gonna inhale, and as you exhale, drop your legs to the left. Inhale back up, exhale to the right. Then just work through a couple movements on your own. Do one more per side. Good, coming back to stillness. Then you're gonna grab onto the bolster or blanket or whatever you have. We're gonna come onto the left hip, and then you're gonna put your bolster so it's kind of like an extension of your left hip, running up and down the long way of your mat. And then you're just sitting up on your left hip, knees are kind of stacked. We're gonna inhale here, and as you exhale, bring your hands to either side of the bolster. So your chest is facing, kind of facing it. And then as you exhale, we're gonna walk the hands down so that the chest comes down into the middle of the bolster. And then you have the option of putting your left ear down, or if you want a bit more of a twist, you can bring your right ear so it's on the bolster. Making any adjustments to feel a bit more comfortable. Just allowing your body to feel heavy onto the bolster. Slowly start to concentrate on our breath. Maybe making it just a little bit longer. Then you can press both hands into the mat. We're going to come back up. And then we'll switch sides. So coming onto your right hip this time. Bolster is an extension of the right hip. Inhale here, and as you exhale, hands on either side of the bolster. And we can slowly start to walk the hands out a little bit further. Option to stay with your right ear down, or you can bring your left ear down for a bit more of a twist. Elongating your breath. Let the chest feel heavy in the bolster. And slowly start to press yourself back up to seated. Then just putting your bolster to the side, you're gonna roll down so you're on your back. Knees are bent with your feet planted into the floor, grabbing onto your bolster. We're just gonna press into the heels, bring your hips up, and then bring your bolster so it comes underneath your hips. All right, so arms out to the side, kind of anywhere you'd like or feels comfortable for you. And then you have the option to keep the knees bent, or you can straighten your legs. Just feeling the hips open up. The body feel heavy. If this is too much for your lower back, you can just remove your bolster and coming into a resting pose like we did, or like we usually do at every class, just body heavy into the mat. So just doing a quick scan of your body to see if you're maybe holding on to any more tension. And if you are, just contracting that muscle and then releasing as you exhale. Elongating your breath, starting to down regulate. Inhale and exhale through the nose. Eyes are shut. You can slowly start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Maybe make some circles with your wrists and your ankles. You're gonna bend the knees, plant the feet into the mat. Draw your hips up towards the ceiling, remove your bolster. Hips come down. Walk your legs out long on the mat, interlace your fingers, reach your arms overhead, stretch through the body. Exhale, let it go. One more time. Inhale, reach long. Stretch through your toes. Exhale, let it go. And roll onto your left side. So leave your left arm up, rolling onto your left arm, right hand into the ground, pressing up into a seated position. can inhale, bring your arms overhead. Exhale, bring them down. I'd like to thank you for joining me for today's Flexibility and Mobility Fusion class. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you soon.